data collection in a case study. What should be the sample size? What should be the case selection criteria? And how the interview structure should look like. So in case study, the suggestion is to go for extreme sampling. What does that mean? What does extreme sampling mean? It means that if your theory in an explanatory case, if your theory is A positively influence B, you need to have at least one case that A is very, very high and another case that A is very, very low. Or if it's an exploratory case study and you want to figure out the antecedents of B, you want to build a theory, you would go for a B that is very high in one case and you have another case that is very, very low. Then you compare the two, and then you have a higher chance of finding these antecedents or finding a relationship between the two. So of course, the more the merrier. If you can have 6 to 10 cases, it would be great. But you need to have at least one of these to make sure that you can check the existence of the to provide support for the relationships. Otherwise, it would be a little bit difficult to prove your point. Another important thing that I have seen almost 90% of the students missed is that they have some exclusion and inclusion criteria in their mind, but they don't express that in the thesis. So in your thesis, you need to explain what is a good case, why a case is appropriate to be studied. And for each case, you have 1 or 2 interviews, why that person is the right person to be interviewed. So my suggestion is that to have this table in either chapter 4 of explanatory case study or chapter 3 of your exploratory case study. You explain what each case is, you define that case, some general information, and you explain if this case fulfills the criteria for including the case in your study. We say that, yeah, it's about alignment, for example, between IT and business, and this Philips have been, doing that for more than 10 years. So yes. About interviews, you say that this is CIO. He was in the company for more than 5 years, so he knows enough about the IT. So that's why, we can, he fulfills the criteria for being interviewed. And we also have an IT manager here. He was here for only 1 year. So I cannot build, on his interviews. I need another person. So you provide all these exclusion and inclusion criteria if they are fulfilled or not. So we have a theory. Let's have an exercise here. This theory includes 3 hypotheses. How many cases you should have? Okay, high and low, extreme, huh? You try, most of the time it would be difficult. High, low for this, high, low for this, and high, low for this. Of course, you may have high or low here as well, but this is the least that you want to have in one case. Okay, let's discuss data collection and sources of data, interviews, archive, secondary documents developed by the organization, like the IT strategy document, the business strategy document for the alignment study, your observation in the meetings, these all could be helpful. So I would like to show you how